All right. Hello, everyone, and thank you all for joining us during the Lytham Partners Investor Select Conference. My name is Robert Blum, Managing Partner of Lytham Partners, and during this webcast, we welcome Zomedica, ticker symbol of ZOM on the NYSE American, and their Chief Executive Officer, Larry Heaton. Before I turn it over to Larry to walk us through the slide presentation, I want to remind everyone that if you've not already signed up for a one-on-one meeting and would like to do so, please send me an email at Blum, B-L-U-M, at lythampartners.com, or visit our website, lythampartners.com/virtual. You can click on the one-on-one meeting request button, and we'll look to get you all set. So, Larry, the floor is yours. Please begin.
Thank you, Robert. Appreciate the opportunity to present today to all of our shareholders who may be viewing via webcast. We appreciate your support. I'm going to talk to you a bit today about Zomedica. At Zomedica, we love pets. We love dogs and cats and horses and the vets that take care of them. And toward that end, we are committed to bringing innovative technology to veterinarians that do 5 things: improve the quality of care for the pet, the satisfaction of the pet parent, and very importantly, the workflow, cash flow, and profitability of the practice. We compete in a very large and growing animal health market, expected to be over $80 billion by 2028. And it's a market that seems to be at least resistant to any kind of an economic downturn, as people with pets that aren't feeling well or that are injured are going to go to the vet. And we offer solutions to that vet to help that pet parent and that pet at an economical situation. Our technology is highly differentiated, and it's geared towards clinical efficacy for the pet and also economic efficacy for the practice. We've built a really robust and experienced management team that have been very efficient in manufacturing our products. We've reported over 75% gross margins for the third quarter and expect them to be over 70% for the year. We've grown considerably through acquisition over the last 15 months, but more importantly, we've grown our revenue with those products that we've acquired post-acquisition, with our PulseVet revenue, our first acquisition, up over 35%. We have a significant amount of cash available to us to both fuel organic growth as well as to continue acquisitions. And those acquisitions have resulted in 4 products on the market and 1 that will be launching in the first half. So we're going after a very large addressable market, and so far our track record is of success. Our team is large. We've built a robust team, both because we're a public company and we need certain levels of expertise, but also because we have a significant opportunity in the animal health space. We want to be able to capitalize on it. So we've brought industry veterans into the fold. I'll focus on the 3 in the middle. Adrian Locke was the founding CEO of PulseVet. He built that business and wanted to see it grow and take it to the next level, and he now runs sales. Bill Campbell did the same thing at Revo. Wanted to see his product, the now TrueView microscope, make it to the market and have a significant impact. And so he's come on board as the VP of Imaging Systems. And Nicole Westfall was the head of marketing at CC, grew that business, and now is growing all of our products business by being the head of marketing here at Zomedica. Our product portfolio consists of diagnostic products and therapeutic products. Our diagnostic products are those that will help veterinarians provide diagnostic laboratory tests at the point of care, to examine deeply issues associated with blood, tissue, and also to monitor the patients pre and post surgery. Our therapeutic products are designed to provide clinical efficacy. These products are good for the pet and the pet parents because they result in improved quality of care, faster diagnoses and onset of treatment with clinical proven efficacy. But they're also great for the vet because they improve workflow, cash flow, and profitability. Now, 4 of these products we've acquired through acquisition. Truforma was a product that Zomedica developed in collaboration with a partner. We've had this product and launched it since in early 2021. The remaining products are those that are a result of acquisition. And as we've done our acquisition strategy, we focused on recurring revenue. All of our products have a recurring revenue component to them. And our focus has been on building an addressable market in the United States that we can go after with our team. And as we've completed the acquisitions to date, $2.5 billion in current cumulative annual total available market. This is the market that we're going after and the one that we built a team to do. That's $2.5 billion in recurring revenue total addressable market. But we also generate capital because some of our products are razor and blade model products, and we sell both the razor and the blade in the case of PulseVet and VetGuardian, generating another in addressable market $1.3 billion. Now, to have a diverse product portfolio requires a diverse go-to-market strategy. And so we've built a sales organization that consists of, yes, field sales reps and the managers that are associated with leading those efforts, but also an inside sales group. In addition, we market now through all of the major animal health distributors in the United States, as well as the major online retailers like Chewy and Pet.com and Amazon and Walmart. Since some of our products are super highly differentiated, there's market development work that's required. And in order to facilitate that, we have staffs of veterinarians that assist in supporting our sales force as well as our customers, but also in providing professional education to veterinarians, including at trade shows. Last year, we participated in over 80 trade shows, and over 40 times there were key opinion leaders on the podium talking about the benefits of Zomedica's highly differentiated products. In addition to trade show activity, we also have a very robust social media program, including Zomedica University that offers CE credits to veterinarians on a weekly basis. So we've developed a critical mass of infrastructure, which now provides us with economies of scale that lead to leverage as we move forward and add new products. Because we can add now numerous new products, regardless of the sales channel required, without having to increase our expense. We've acquired two different sets of international distributors, those that came from the Assisi acquisition and those from the PulseVet acquisition. We're in the process now of merging them to give us really a truly global footprint. We have a wholly owned subsidiary in Japan as well as one in Europe, and we expect to continue to grow this part of our business significantly as we move forward. And we are growing our business on the organic level revenue front. With the TrueForma product line, sales are up 365% year to date. Of course, off a relatively small base. We'll talk about that more in a bit. Post-acquisition growth with PulseVet up 35% year over year. Now that we're competing with our own sales. Earlier, it was even greater. And most of that is driven by our entree into the small animal market, which we'll talk about in just a bit. We've launched new products for TrueForma throughout the last year, and we expect to launch additional assays or tests for that platform in the latter half of this year, including our first assay for the equine market. PulseVet's been on the market. Assisi we launched in July of this past year, and just a few weeks ago, we launched at a major vet conference our VetGuardian product. We're still looking forward to launching our TrueView in the first half of this year, most likely in the second quarter. Talk to you a little bit more about our products. We started with TrueForma. This provides reference lab accuracy at the point of care. The PulseVet was our first acquisition. This is a therapy designed to treat soft tissue and bone injuries. The Assisi products are products that are taken home. They're sold by the vet to the pet parent to take home and take the healing home. The TrueView microscope, we're super excited to launch in the first half of this year. And the VetGuardian system, in collaboration with a structured monitoring products, is our most recent product launch. All of these products have in common the fact that they utilize our MyZomedica portal. Our MyZomedica portal is the site that physicians or veterinarians go to get the data from the diagnostic product or the pictures from the microscope or the monitoring from the VetGuardian. In each case, they also provide a sort of a subtle cross-selling opportunity, as maybe a facility has some, but not all of our products, and they'll be introduced to them every time they open their website. Our TrueForma product, our first diagnostic product, utilizes bulk acoustic wave technology that was pioneered by Qorvo, which is backed by substantive IP and is available in the human market on an emergency use basis for COVID testing. It allows for the measurement of really, really small things down to really, really low levels, almost zero. So the dynamic range allows us to measure things that other point of care systems cannot. In fact, of our assays that are currently available, of the 5 cartridges, 4 of them are the only way that you can get that data at the point of care. And so this allows for veterinarians to be able to get the data while the pet is in the clinic, as opposed to having to send it out to a reference lab. We have 6 assays and 5 cartridges available now, and we're working on new assays with our partner Qorvo. Qorvo has previously been working on our non-infectious GI assays, which we expect to launch this year, as well as the first assay for the equine market. And I also will say the first assay for screening of well patients. See, most of our other assays, all of our other assays really are used when the veterinarian suspects that there's either an adrenal or a thyroid problem with the dog or cat. But with respect to the EACTH assay, which is already available for small animals, for horses, it is a screen for something called Cushing's disease, which could lead to laminitis, and that's not a good outcome for the horse. As we move forward, there are lots of opportunities for us to develop additional assays. And I will say that because of a recent development, we now have the ability to develop those assays ourselves. And we'll talk about that more in a bit, perhaps. Our next diagnostic product is the TrueView digital microscopy platform. On the right, you see what we acquired from Revo, a very nice system comprising a box or an instrument, as well as hooked up to a computer. The new TrueView system, which is the evolution of that technology, has everything inside the one system. So the screen is there, the computer is there, it takes up much less space, and we think will be very appealing to veterinarians for 2 reasons. First, it totally automates the slide processing system. Instead of a technician needing to put the blood on the slide and then smear it and then stain it and then fix it and wash it and dry it and all those things, all they have to do is put the blood on the slide and put it in the machine. Once they've done that, they walk away. So their time utilizing this system is really less than a minute, as opposed to several minutes or maybe 5 or 10, depending upon the technician to prepare those slides. Not only does that improve the workflow in the clinic by saving time, but it also makes sure that the slides are prepared correctly every single time. In addition, we have some unique technology that is in the image train of this system that will provide best-in-class visualization. This system will be launching in the second quarter of this year, and we really expect rapid uptake. The next diagnostic product is a VetGuardian system. We made an investment in a company called SMP, or Structured Monitoring Products, last year. That investment allowed for a few things. One, they got the cash to be able to continue the development of their system. We collaborated with them during that process. And then also our agreement allowed us the right to commercialize the product, which we just did in early January. We just began the commercialization. And also we have the right to acquire the company at a preset valuation. This system provides no-touch monitoring of vital signs for pets, freeing up technicians from having to be involved in the pre-op or post-op monitoring, overnight monitoring, or ICU critical care monitoring. This system is very well received by veterinarians because it both improves workflow, but also gives them really a sense of comfort knowing that the place where 71% of deaths occur in the clinic not associated with euthanasia, and that is post-op, now can be monitored effortlessly by their staff. As we shift to therapeutics, the PulseVet system is a shockwave system. It really literally is a sound wave system. And what it does is it upregulates cytokines and growth factors in the body. Basically, what it does is it convinces the body that whatever chronic condition like osteoarthritis or what have you is now an acute condition. And so inflammation is reduced, bone morphogenic protein is increased. So it makes things heal quicker. There have been numerous randomized controlled trials published in peer-reviewed clinical journals. It's also FDA approved in several human applications as well. So it's really efficacious. Now we can give you all the papers, and the vets can read all the papers, but seeing is really believing. The animal on the left, which is same going to be on the right, as you can see, is walking on 3 legs. The pet parent contacted the veterinarian. The veterinarian said, "I can help." They treated the dog, and a week later, that pet parent showed the video on the right, which clearly shows that that pet has been improved. So when we do a demo with a veterinarian, this is what they see, and it accounts for what we believe is a very rapid uptake in the small animal sales. So PulseVet has been the global leader in shockwave therapy. In the equine market is where it generally was adopted. Because in the small animal market, you had to use sedation, and that was really an inhibitor. About 75% of the PulseVet revenue is in the US, the rest outside the US. It's definitely a razor blade model. We sell the generator for $32,000. Then each handpiece costs $2,000. It lasts for 50 treatments, and then it needs to be returned to us where we recharge it and then send it back for another $2,000. We were super excited to get into the small animal market because it's 15 times the size of the equine market. The product generates a substantial revenue and margin for vets, and it's covered by pet insurance for the same reason that pet parents that don't have pet insurance would see the benefit, because with a single or maybe 2 treatments, that pet's now going to be medication free for the next year. They're going to return to activity, and it's an economical investment in the therapy of their pet. Revenue overall is up 35%. We've had a 500% increase in sales to small animals, validating our investment thesis, which is we should acquire this because there's a significant inflection point. That's proven to be true. Our next product is in the CC. Let's take it home. Let's involve the pet parents in the continuum of care. This provides targeted pulse electromagnetic field therapy that comes in the form of a loop. You can see it around the pet's leg there. And what it does is it upregulates or increases endothelial nitric oxide, which reduces inflammation and pain. And so we acquired it because vets buy this from Zomedica and then turn around and sell it to the pet parent. It gives them a nice margin, but it also involves the pet parent in the healing process. In addition to wanting it because it was good for pets and good for vets, and also good for Zomedica because they have 4,000 existing customers, which allow us now for our salespeople to go call on those customers and say, great that you're sending the healing home. What are you doing for the pet here in the clinic? Let's talk about PulseVet. It also gave us not only the international distribution channel, but the other distribution channels that I mentioned earlier here in the US. Now, we're not done. There are substantial opportunities in the marketplace, whether it be companies that have human health products that have a veterinary application, which we could bring on board, or they are a vet company like Revo or a CC that had single product lines, and it was sort of a daunting task to look ahead to building that commercial platform. We've got the platform now, and we see companies all the time that might be good products for us. What do they have to do? Improve the quality of care for the pet, satisfaction of the pet parent, and improve the workflow, cash flow, and profitability of the practice. Our financial foundation is solid. As of September of last year, we had $158 million in cash and equivalents on hand. We burned less than $4 million in the fourth quarter, announced that last week. And so we still have a substantial amount of cash on hand, not only to fuel organic growth, but also to make additional acquisitions. We have essentially no debt. Our liabilities are really nothing more than lease obligations as we move forward, and we're burning less than about $4 million a quarter. On the other hand, our OpEx is highly leverageable. Some of that OpEx is non-cash, right? About $9 million of the total for the first 3 quarters is non-cash. It consists of non-cash stock compensation and D&A, still OpEx, but it's not burning cash on our hand. On the other hand, Since we have all of the bases covered now in terms of building the company and the infrastructure, we can add additional products to generate much higher revenue as we move forward without incurring additional operating expense. And so when you think about it, at Zomedica, we've built a veteran management team that has done a good job of leading both revenue growth and also margin growth with 70-75% gross margins, driving towards profitability, which we have a clear line of sight to with our existing products. We have significant revenue growth from our products that we've had all of 2022, and new product launches in the third quarter of last year, the first quarter of this year, and next quarter as well. We have built a track record in terms of being able to identify, diligence, acquire, and integrate, and then grow companies. And we have plenty of cash on hand to be able to continue that effort while burning a modest amount. Our margins are high, and we believe we have what is an attractive share price with only a market cap of $252 million, balanced against cash of $150 million, and really great opportunities to grow in the future. So with that, I will thank you for your attention and ask you that if you have any questions for me, I'm certainly happy to take some during the conference, but feel free to reach out as well at lheaton@zomedica.com. Robert?
Yeah, Larry, thanks so much. I think we've got just a couple of minutes here. I wanted to maybe just touch on a couple of items here. I think you announced recently sort of the new deal with Qorvo. Maybe just expand a little bit further on that if you could.
Absolutely. So Qorvo has been our partner. They have developed a human application for their system, and we got the vet application. And our previous deal, because the company was really nothing much more than a startup, we didn't have a lot of capabilities, had them developing the assays for us, manufacturing the cartridges, and manufacturing the instruments. Well, now that we have built our R&D team and we have a robust manufacturing and distribution facility down in Roswell, Georgia, we renegotiated our deal. We executed new agreements with Qorvo, and now we have complete control. We can develop our own assays. We will be manufacturing our own cartridges. It'll take us about a year to get there because there's highly specialized equipment to manufacture those. And we'll be making the instruments as well. That's pretty straightforward for us. So it's an opportunity to make more assays faster at less cost per assay. So we're very excited about that opportunity.
Okay, and then maybe just one more here. I know you've sort of recently talked to some of the trends taking place in the most recent quarter. Anything that you're able to share there?
Well, so we expect to release full earnings on March 15th with our 10K and all. But I have announced previously that our revenue for the fourth quarter was $6 million. And I've also indicated that we burn less than $4 million in cash. And that as we look for that full year, we'll be reporting gross margins of above 70%. So we had a really good quarter, another record quarter for us. So we're super excited about 2023 as well.
All right, perfect. Sounds good. Well, we'll leave it there. Larry, thank you very much for your time today. Greatly appreciate it. As you sort of mentioned there, if you've not already signed up for a one-on-one meeting, would like to do so, you can send Larry, of course, an email or send me one as well. Again, that's Blum, B-L-U-M, at lythampartners.com, or you can click on our website, lythampartners.com/virtual. There's a one-on-one meeting request button there. We can look to get you taken care of. So we hope everyone enjoys the conference. Larry, thank you so much for the time today. Greatly appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate the opportunity.
Take care.